Hi, I'm Dr. Tracy Williams. I'm the Executive Director of the Spectrios Institute for Low Vision Rehabilitation. I might point out what that word Spectrios means. Well, if you chop it in half, spec, you might have thought it meant spectacle, but actually what it means is we provide the full spectrum of comprehensive low vision rehabilitation. And that last part of the word, trios, that's our triad philosophy. We work on the head, the heart, and the eyes. And so when you have a wonderful professional team that works on the whole person, that's the magic, I think, to having people overcome the challenges of vision loss.
Hello, I'm David Gieser, and it's my privilege to have been a founding member of the Spectrios Institute Board of Directors, and I served as the chairman for 14 years. In 1986, my father first got the idea for a center for vision rehabilitation. Right across from our parking lot at the Wheaton Eye Clinic, there was an old farmhouse built in the 1920s, and we thought if we could only purchase that house, that could then become our center for vision rehabilitation. My father approached Edwin and Lois Dykey. Mr. Dykey had macular degeneration, and they quickly understood the idea and decided they would help us. The house was purchased, remodeled, and it became the Center for Vision Rehabilitation. When faced with devastating visual loss, there's a range of emotions that occur: denial, anger, frustration, depression. And some patients remain there. But that need not be the case, because the Spectrios Institute is there to help.
A little over 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with wet macular degeneration. And in the same consultation with my retina specialist, he informed me that there was a good possibility that my right eye would have the same condition, and that in time I would be legally blind.
In 2003, I was diagnosed with Stargardt, and I've never heard of Stargardt before. It's a form of macular degeneration, and I was 36 when I was diagnosed with it.
I have macular degeneration. I had some cataracts that were starting to cause some problems. Cataracts are fixable. That's like getting your appendix out, okay? But the macular degeneration was going to be an ongoing issue.
A lot of people, I'm sure, react differently to this kind of news, but I had gone from 20/20 vision in both eyes to the prospects of being legally blind. I found that out in 20 minutes. And I was quite depressed. I had a physical reaction to this. I lost weight. I couldn't concentrate on anything. I couldn't sleep. It was quite, like I said, it was quite devastating. And my wife was there watching me deteriorate.
Upon being told that I had Stargardt and that I possibly couldn't drive, it was a shock, and I didn't want to come to the realization that I could be going blind.
I was having problems at work with my job. I was employed. I wanted to stay employed. And so as I started to not function at work, if I had a bad day, I'd come home and I'd cry because I couldn't do my job. My job was very important. I kept going, I got to make it till retirement. I'm still hiding things from my boss. And that's because there's two things that do that, and it's my older brother that clued me into this because he has low vision problems. He said, you need to tell your boss two things are holding you back. One, your pride, and you're afraid you're going to get fired.
Basically, everything that I do in my business is reading, reading blueprints, reading documents, reading a tape measure.
About 4 months ago, my retina specialist told me that I should not drive. I had tears in my eyes when I sold my car and someone drove down my driveway behind the wheel of my car.
And I come here with my regular glasses on because I can still drive. And there's a lady working her way up to the door here with a walker, okay? And her daughter drove her here, and she's trying to find the doorknob, okay? I'm in my car watching this, and I'm going, well, they're going to think I'm a big faker. I drove here. But that's the point. We don't have to wait until we can't see at all. We don't have to wait till our vision is so bad. And see, I didn't know those things.
My first contact with the Spectrios Institute was with Dr. Williams. He did a comprehensive eye exam. He was able to tell me where my vision was currently. He was the first person that I had to talk about my concerns, my issues. I didn't understand a lot of things, but he took the time to answer all of my questions. And he was the first doctor to do that with me.
Everyone, the whole staff is very, very supportive. It's basically, I'm actually excited to come in because there's always a new machine out there that makes my everyday life easier.
A funny story is that I went to my nephew's house and his little son brought me a book to read. So he sat in my lap and I took the book and I'm going, oh, well, I have to, your great Aunt Sandy has to hold it up closer to read. And so I read and then I'd show him the picture and I'd turn the page and I'd read and I'd show him the picture. We get done with that book and he goes away and he comes back. He's got another book and he says this to me, kids are so cool. He goes, will you smell me another story?
Just a couple of weeks ago, I met with Dr. Coulter in LaGrange Park, which is a new office that they've opened there. After doing an examination, he prescribed a bioptic lens and certified me to drive. With the vision I have in my left eye and the bioptic lens and some training, I'm going to be able to get around during daylight. So I will be able to do within the community, gain some independence again.
You have no idea how appreciative I am of this whole concept of having a place to come for low vision. It's so important to me. So I am very appreciative to everyone that makes this institute possible. I probably wouldn't have a job now.
As technology changes and new things come out, they'll know about it. And again, the knowledge and experience of the people at Spectrios, this is what I'm going to need over in the years ahead. I'm going to make it through this difficult part of my life. It's a journey, and I'm now looking forward to that journey because I have the kind of support that I need to make it successful.
They gave me hope. And if you don't have hope when you're facing something like blindness, you could be in big trouble with yourself. You have to have hope. And Spectrios Institute gives me hope.
The gift of sight is precious. It is yours to give. This little house of hope has impacted over 20,000 lives in 25 years.